Blast me to Bermuda! It's time for episode 5 of the Mad Merlin's Warhammer 40,000 Imperium journey. Part 1, Lore and Building. Hello and welcome back to the next part of the Mad Merlin's Warhammer 40,000 Imperium journey. Today we are looking at issue 5 with our Primaris Captain. So we get a all-new miniature with this issue, not available anywhere else. We learn about Primaris Captains, we discover the Space Marine chapters, and then we take our captain to battle in a brand new battle report. So let's have a quick look at our model. So we got some really nice detail. We got a Crux Terminatus there, we got a Imperial Laurel. He's got a power sword and plasma pistol. He's not being very safe. He's got his helmet on his hip. But we've got a rather nice bear head there. Very confident look. And what Space Marine hero wouldn't be complete without a tactical rock? We also get a 40mm base to mount our model on. And now, let's take a look at the issue. So, as I said before, we learn about Primaris Captains, we discover the Space Marine chapters, and we take our captain to battle in a battle report. So, we get HQ4 for the Space Marines, the Primaris Captain. We learn the tools of war for the Space Marines, the War for Ramesses in Megaria, the Heart of the Storm, a new short story, and we learn about the dynastic hierarchy of the Necrons. We learn to build and paint our captain, and then we rally the troops in our next playthrough. So here we have the battle record for our Primaris Captain. So they are decorated company commanders. A Space Marine captain is responsible for commanding an entire company of his battle brothers. With centuries of battlefield experience, each captain is a strategic genius. So each captain bears an Imperial Laurel for long service. They have a Mastercrafted Power Sword, service studs, and the Iron Skull as symbols of veterancy. Crux Terminatus serving in the chapter's first company. Marksman's Honor, rewarded for expert shots. He has a plasma pistol, and he wears a rather nice cape. So, as always, I've written out my battle record already. So we have Captain Marcius Venator. He is the Sentinel of Ultramar. So his leadership style challenges enemy commanders to single combat. His pistol name is the Fiend's Demise. And his sword is Ire of Ultramar. I need to decide what act of valor got him to become captain of the third company. And also, once he gets in some fights, I can do some recording on his battle record. Moving on with our new lore information. So you have the tools of war for the Space Marines. So, whether based aboard a colossal starship or within the looming walls of a fortress monastery, all Space Marine chapters maintain a vast armory stacked high with weapons and armor ready to be unleashed upon the Emperor's foes. So the information, we got a nice picture background here featuring a Space Marine veteran being armed up ready for combat, overseen by a chaplain, chapter serfs, and other veteran brothers. So we go into detail about what the armory looks like. There's dark alcoves, there's a secure chamber, there's forges for creating new weapons and war gear. The weapons are in various types of weapons. There's solid shot ammo, flame ammo, plasma, lasers. There's also various melee weapons, which we see over here. So we have tools of war melee weapons. So we got brutal chainsword, power axe, thunder hammer, and a good old power fist. There's also force weapons, which are a special type of power weapon used by librarians of the Space Marines Librarian. There's a nice little bit of flavour text about always keeping a combat knife well lubricated and at hand. So now we have our second page for War Zones. This is Megaria, the planet where our first few issues are taking place on. So we have a moon known as Megaria orbits the gas giant Gliantha, the largest planet in the Ramesses system. For generations, this desolate, dusty rock has been host to a majority of Ramesses' heavy industry. Since the Necron invasion, however, the moon's refineries have fallen silent. So we've got a nice pictoid of Megaria with some notes of Space Marine drop zones and Necron incursions. There's a brief history about the moon Megaria at the bottom, and detailing the Space Marine plans. And here we have some closer pictures of the areas noted on the pictoid. So we've got the Van Start Spaceport, the Blast Mine Theta, the Administratum Complex, and of course the Necron Repair Facility, where a lot of our training battles are taking place. And we have another short story, Heart of the Storm. So this nice little short story I've read about the Fulminators chapter facing off against traitors of the Crimson Slaughter, and details a captain and his one-on-many fight. Then we have a little bit of detail about the Crimson Slaughter themselves, as well as the Fulminators. And then we have our build guide, which I will not be doing this episode, because I'm going to be doing a few conversions and rejiggling on the pose to try and get him to look a little bit more heroic. But for those of you who are building him as stock, there he is. I'm going to be using a different head, which I've got here, which is a nice grizzled head, complete with a beard and goatee and moustache, some scarring along the side of him. This head comes from the Primaris chapter in the bike, and he even has a hole in the back which, with a little bit of cutting, would fit the iron halo nicely. So that is everything. Oh no, wait, what? No, what? Bonus page! Yes, issue 5 has a bonus page. Page 7 of the Necrons background, the dynastic hierarchies. So this goes a bit into Necron society and how a dynasty is formed. So the Necron society is organised to strict dynastic codes, from the imperious nobility all the way down to the mighty legions that march out to enforce the master's will. Few tomb worlds break from this rigid martial order, for it has served the Necrons race well for many thousands of years. So it goes into detail about how each different Necron tomb world works, the hierarchy, which is detailed more here. So we got the Anchor, the Triarch. At the top you have the Pharaon, so your mightiest Lord of all, in my case, Imhotep the Stormlord. Below that you have his Royal Court, which contains Overlords, Lords, Cryptex, Royal Wardens, and the Lich Guard, which is the elite bodyguard. To his right hand, he has the Triarch Praetorians and Triarch Stalkers. And ever important in his left hand is the mighty Necron Armory. So you've got stuff like Monoliths, Doomsday Arcs, Annihilation Barges, and Aircraft. Below each of those, to the side, we have the Outcasts, so Destroyers and Flayed Ones. And then we have the Legions, so you've got your Immortals and your Warriors, your basic line troops. And at the very bottom, you have the Canoptic Constructs, which maintain each of the tomb worlds. And at the very bottom, even less than slaves, the Catan Shards. So we have a nice double fold-out page here featuring Necrons of the Zarrakan dynasty, including the Silent King himself. We have a Katana Shard of the Void Dragon. We have a couple of mighty monoliths, as well as destroyers, warriors, Lich Guard, and some Canoptics constructs. In battled against Eldrad Ulfway of the Ulfway Craft World. And my tongue is going to start getting fat again. I got a nice little blurb here from Trazan the Infinite as he challenges Captain Willian Barros of the Silver Skulls. And on the back, whoop, zoom. We got a little bit more about Necrons battling the ancient Eldari. A little bit more about the hierarchy. So you got the Immortals and the Death Marks. Again, the Katana Shards, who are seen only as slaves. They were the gods that imprisoned the Necrons long ago. And then the Necrons fought back and took control of the gods and said, no, you work for us now. And if we can zoom in a little bit more, there we have a nice picture of the Katana Shard of the Nightbringer, and I would love to try and replicate that. But there we go. So that is it for issue 5 on the lore front. We will be doing a battle report shortly, and I will show off my finished Primaris Captain in the next video. So, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe, and if you'd like to help support the channel, there are an affiliate and buy me a coffee link in the description down below. So, I'll see you next time for more mad content. Goodbye.